Your school has made a great decision to implement the Medsled in its emergency evacuation plans. Now that you have it, let's take a short moment to demonstrate how easy it is to use. During the evacuation process, always use 2 people while operating the Medsled. The sled is designed to evacuate non-ambulatory individuals in your facility. This means that if a person cannot safely walk down a flight of stairs or for an extended distance, they should be evacuated in a sled. The sled is great for both multi-story and single-story buildings. First, reach into the Medsled carrying case and pull out the sled. Undo the Velcro strap around the sled and unroll the Medsled. Once the sled has been unrolled, pinch in the sides and the sled will easily keep its shape. If the evacuee is in a wheelchair, remove them from the chair and lay them next to the sled. Now, to load the evacuee into the sled, first roll them onto their side and place the sled next to the evacuee. Then slide the evacuee onto the Medsled, making sure they are positioned in the center of the sled with their hands at their sides and their feet resting at the foot of the Medsled. Next, fasten the 3 cross straps for security. To be sure that they are in the sled safely, tighten the cross straps as much as possible without making the evacuee uncomfortable. If the evacuee requires any extra padding, place it in the sled at this time. If your evacuee is a smaller person, the cross strap next to their head does not have to be used if it causes discomfort. Now you're ready to drag the evacuee toward the stairwell or exit using the orange strap at the foot of the sled. While dragging, one or both of the evacuators can pull the sled. Notice how the sled cocoons around the evacuee to protect from bumping into doorways, equipment, or other people or obstacles in the hallway. The Medsled makes transporting evacuees down stairwells an easy process with its revolutionary stairwell braking system. Position the evacuee to the outside of the stairwell along the wall, leaving room for others to use the stairwell. At the head of every sled, you'll find the stairwell braking system secured with a Velcro strap. Undo the Velcro strap and hook the carabiner to the top bracket of the handrail where it attaches to the wall. Never attach the carabiner to the railing. Some railing configurations could allow the carabiner to slide along the rail. Always attach the carabiner to a wall bracket or solid anchor point. To begin the descent, one evacuator should operate the braking tether while the other evacuator guides the sled down the flight of stairs using the foot strap. Always make sure that you keep the braking tether tight and never stand directly in the path of the sled. Slowly pull the sled over the edge of the top step. Keep the braking tether as tight as possible to prevent any jerking as the sled begins its descent. Once you have the sled on the stairs, slowly feed the tether through the carabiner, lowering the sled down the steps. Never begin the descent unless a stairwell brake operator is ready. In the stairwell, station 1 evacuator on the top landing and 1 evacuator on the bottom landing of each flight of stairs. For large-scale evacuations, this will form a bucket brigade in the stairwell. Each evacuator will send and receive evacuees in the bucket brigade. Once you receive an evacuee onto your landing, slide the sled over to the next flight of stairs. When your evacuation is complete and you are ready to return your sleds to storage, be sure to properly clean and store the sled so that the next person who uses it will be able to deploy it quickly and easily. Lay the sled on the ground, take the long Velcro strap attached to the top of the sled and place it under the Medsled. Slide the carabiner down the orange braking tether until it's resting on the sled. Now, roll up the braking tether. Once you have the braking tether rolled up, feed the small Velcro strap through the carabiner and braking tether and secure the braking system in place. Now roll up the sled. Make sure you keep constant pressure using the heel of your hand rather than your fingers on the sled while rolling it up, as it might have a tendency to unroll. Once you have the sled rolled up all the way, use the long Velcro strap that you placed under the sled to tightly secure the sled. Now, place the sled back into its carrying bag so it's ready for the next person to use. Now that you have seen it in use, unroll your Medsled and give it a test drive. I'm sure that you'll find it simple, safe, and effective to use. If ever the time comes for an emergency evacuation, your team will be confident and comfortable using our product. If you have any questions, call us at 1-314-965-7533 or toll free at 1-866-207-5993. If you would like any additional information, visit our website at www.medsled.com. Thank you for your time and have a safe training session.